Hey guys, in this video we're moving on to our next shape, which is the cone. And you can see here on the left the formulas that we need. And for these formulas we need the slant height, the radius of the base, and the height of the cone. Alright, so these first few we're only finding the lateral area and the surface area. So neither of which we need the actual height for. So only the slant height, which is 11.4, and the radius, which is 7. So the lateral area is pi r, which is 7, L, which is slant height. So pi times 7 times 11.4, which gives us 250.7 meters squared. And then for the surface area, we have this pi RL. So just like always before, lateral area, you take the lateral area plus the base, the area of the base, to get your surface area. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi times 7 squared. So you just take that 250.7 and just do plus pi times 7 squared. And we get 404.64 meters squared. Number 2, we have the slant height, but we have the diameter. So remember, the radius is only half of that. So the radius is 13.5. So fill into your formula. Lateral area is pi times the radius times the slant height. Which is 1,395.34 millimeters squared. And the surface area, still have that pi RL, plus pi r squared. So type that into your calculator, and you get 1,967.89. Now number 3, we are given the radius and the height, not the slant height. So guess what? We're going to have to do Pythagorean theorem to find the slant height. We've got 9 squared plus, 17 squared, equals c squared. And 9 squared plus 17 squared, that's 370. And then we take the square root, and we get 19.24 equals c, which was our slant height. So lateral area, pi times r times L. And that's 543.998. So let's just round up to 544 yards squared. And the surface area is pi times 9 times 19.24 plus pi r squared. And we get 798.47 yards squared. All right, now let's look at the volume. 1/3 pi r squared h. So we need the r and we need the h. So volume is 1/3 pi times 9 squared times 17. And we get 1,441.99 yards cubed. Number 5, we are missing the height. So we only have, well, the radius is 13.5, and we're missing the height. So we're going to do Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus 13.5 squared equals 22.5 squared. And you don't have to go ahead and square these. You can just do in your calculator 22.5 squared minus 13.5 squared. You don't have to like square them and then subtract. So if you do that, you get a squared equals 324. And then the square root of that is 18. So my height is 18. So volume is 1/3 pi r squared h. One-third times pi times 13.5 squared times 18. And we get 3,435.33 kilometers cubed. All right, just a few more examples. A cone has a surface area of 822.78, a diameter of 18, which means the radius is 9, and we want to know what the slant height is. So just a reminder, the surface area formula is pi RL plus pi r squared, or it could be pi r squared plus pi RL, either one. So if we fill in what we've got, 822.78 equals pi times 9L plus pi times 9 squared So we can go ahead and multiply 9 and pi to get 28.27 L plus, then we have pi times 9 squared, 254.47. And then we subtract. So we subtract the 254.47 to get, 568.31. and then we divide. 20.1 equals L. So my slant height is 20.1 centimeters. Next one. This one is almost identical. Okay, so same steps. So I want you to pause the video and try this one. Alright, so on this one, it should look like this. 290.6 equals pi times 5L, excuse me, plus pi times 5 squared this is 15.71 L plus 78.54, and then we subtract. You should have subtracted 212.06 equals 15.71 L, and then when you divide, you get 13.5 equals L. All right, and number 8, volume is 1/3 pi r squared h. So the volume is 1,309. And the height is 8. So I just filled in the information that was given. And we can multiply 1/3 times pi times 8 to get 8.38. Then we still have r squared. So then we divide both sides by 8.38 to get 156.21. And that leaves us with r squared. To get rid of the squared, we take the square root. So 12.5 equals r. If you have any questions, please reach out and ask. Have a great day.